how do you deal with haters then, Thanh? How do you deal with haters?
Do you have haters?
Well, they don't really show on YouTube, you know, since my likes and dislikes are always like really big contrast. You know, I would have lots of likes and not so many dislikes, but I know that some people don't say it, you know, but you can kind of. I've met a lot of haters out in the real world.
Okay.
Not online, but like in the real world, yeah. For instance, you know, you could be walking. I could be in a pub, you know, hanging out with my friends, and some dude would like run up to me and be like, "Hey, I know you. Like, you're a YouTuber, right?" I'm like, yeah, thanks.
I thought you were gonna say like, well, it depends on what you want.
No. He would come and be like, "Oh, you're Tuan Siroda, right?" With a grin on my face. I'm like, and then some people would just straight out like being rude, you know, because I don't go outside and talk about myself, but a lot of people would come up and say things like, "Oh, you know, I think you're famous, but I don't go on the internet, so I don't really know who you are." Like, like, thank you. It's like,
That's so weird.
that is so unnecessarily. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the purpose of saying that?
'Cause
What do they want?
I think a lot of people think that, you know, being well known on YouTube, we get really big headed about it. But in fact, in truth, I don't think I am. I don't think a lot of, even my friends, you know, I don't think we have that kind of mentality about ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they assume that, oh, you're a YouTube guy, you must be cocky, arrogant, you know. Life is not easy.
Right.
And then they
And
approach you and
that's-
teach you a lesson without knowing anything about you.
Yeah. They do try to teach
Whoa,
lessons.
Long, you've got a lot of experience.
I'm prepared. I'm prepared for that moment when I go viral, okay?
Okay. Long, remember us, okay? Remember us when you go viral, you become famous. But that's dealing with hate. I guess more recently. But what was like dealing with hate? I don't know, when you started YouTube, right? Because back then you had no experience. Suddenly there'll be certain hate comments coming in. What's it like to deal with that?
Actually, the connection right now is really bad. Do you think I can switch the Wi-Fi without being disconnected from the call?
Oh, I love that. We're gonna leave this on the podcast.
It's because of this rain. Like I haven't been able to listen to you guys for the past 10 seconds.
Is it? Okay.
No, we can pause the podcast now.
Yeah,
and then
make the switch. Make the switch. Guys, calm down.
Right.
Tang is not going anywhere, okay? We'll continue the podcast.
Technical
Don't worry,
difficulties.
Okay.
In 1 minute, and we're back.
Guys. Okay. We've got our good-looking guest back. Yeah, just now you were looking like a jigsaw puzzle, you know, pixelated, and the quality wasn't good. But we've got you back now. So I guess my next question was, you talked about haters, but then I think it was more recently, right? How do you deal with haters at the very start of your YouTube journey? Because back then you had no experience of dealing with hate, and then I would imagine there'll be certain comments that are quite cutting. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, like I would have to say that in the at the beginning, it was rather difficult to deal with them. You know,
Yeah.
Since I have no experience, and the clock is interrupting me.
Yeah, exactly.
This is very.
It's time to give the
special.
answer.
I feel like Cinderella. It's actually my dad's clock anyway. Okay,
Very
so
antique.
anyways, at the beginning, you know, you guys could imagine that I had no supporters, and it kind of freaks me out at the beginning when I saw a friend. Well, it's not really a friend, but it's a friend of a friend. So a friend of someone I know
Yeah.
he shared my videos onto his Facebook, and then said some mean things, and then all his friend came in. All his friends came in and also
Wow.
like added to the fuel, fuel the fire, right?
Yeah.
So I saw that. It kind of at the beginning kind of freaked me out, and I've had thoughts of like stopping it altogether, because I can't deal with all this stuff.
Yeah.
But then days go by, and then you just kind of learn how to deal with it gradually, right? Because a comment can break you, right? And then the next day it takes like 2 comments to break you, and then the next day it takes 4. So you don't get better at it, you just learn how to deal with it better. So you just kind of get used to it, kind of. And then once
resistance.
it gets to a certain point, your tolerance kind of build up. So it would still affect you, but you learn to kind of not show your emotion, kind of play it cool. But then it can sometimes still hurt you.
Yeah. What's a comment
But
that would hurt you then?
You're also stronger.
Sorry, there's a bit of a lag because it seems like I'm talking over you. Yeah,
It's
but
'cause
then I am trying my best not to talk over you. But I was just asking, what's a comment that would hurt you? Is it something about your appearance? Is it something about the style of video, or is it something else?
Well, the most common thing that I usually get at the beginning is that you look okay. Like you got some looks, but your content is shit. So that's usually how they start.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how they usually start with, and you need to add some salt
Wow.
to your videos, things like that, etc. And sometimes I actually use some of the comments and some of that hate and turn it into an actual video. So I think back then that was also one of the way that I used to deal with it.
Yeah.
Is to take some inspirations from the actual hate and then turn it into
That's
a
very
video.
smart.
Yeah.
Basically, like kind of like what Ryan Higa did
Yeah.
back in the day. So I also got inspired from him as well, because he also does get a lot of hate. so.
Definitely.
But he does make a lot of videos about haters. I don't think I've actually made a video about haters. I think JV actually have made a few about haters. I think Don also did. But I don't think I have actually made one specifically for the haters.
Right. Fascinating. And it's the
But I've made videos inspired by that.
right.
Yeah.
Got you. And it's that resilience, isn't it? And that tolerance that you build over time that helps you to become more hardened and stronger,
Yeah.
so that you can deal with those even more in the future.
Hard.
Yeah. That's it.
Exactly. Oh, he's putting off a joke. All right, move on. We got to move on.